Isle of viewers, well, Isle of Man TT is back. Isle of Man TT right on the edge. TT3, it's back for more action of one of the most challenging, or the most challenging circuit I consider in the world of motorsport and two-wheel motorsport. It is the ultimate challenge. Raceward are back now, obviously, having previously produced rims. They now working with the kiloton engine, and of course on a huge license in terms of the a dream for superbike fans to be producing something around this series. So here we see the first gameplay on the PlayStation 5 version. It's all very late, unfortunately. The previews may come out, or sort of reviews now, because as I record this, many of you already own the game. But one of those things, I will continue to plough through the content I had planned to produce as previews, even if it comes out post-launch, and I'll respond to many of your comments as well. So PS5 version then, I haven't managed to go through the whole game to review it because of course I'm skipping between different versions of the PC build and of course the PlayStation 5 build now. In the main, the frame rate has targeted 60 FPS, and you can see it here running in the main quite smoothly. There are areas of the track where the frame rate chugs a little bit, especially around the Ramsey hairpin, and these are areas developers will need to look at as we look at some of the different viewpoints that are in the playable viewpoints that are in the game. Just skipping between those as I'm on the open world mode. Visually, the environments are lush. They've had a nice once over in terms of texture and graphical detail, lighting, look. It's come on quite a long way from the earlier build, which on the earlier trailer, which looked a bit drab in comparison, but the lighting works very nicely and the environment detail is also very nice. There is some LOD pop in here and there, so you will see some little objects change and pop in the distance. That's one of those things, it's a shame, it just takes a little bit of polish off the graphical presentation, but in the main it doesn't necessarily affect me. However, there are a few elements here and there the developers will need to look at. I hope this gets patched just here and there with a few bits of additional polish. Now you can see here the open world mode, where you can go down those roads that you couldn't previously go down. You can explore and find new things and find yourself onto new circuits and new parts of the game. And as you go around this map exploring, you'll unlock history, historical elements. You'll unlock new tracks, new races, time trials, elements you unlock along the way. And then you get various points, and that enables you to upgrade your bike, and that improves the performance of your bike as you move on through the game. You can set up two profiles, your super sport bike profile and your super bike, and they can have different careers, focus on the one you want to focus on. They both play very well. The handling models, I've been through this in the previous video, but you have the beginner, the intermediate and the expert handling. They all have their own nuances. In the main, I think the realistic and intermediate is where you want to be to get the most enjoyment out of the game, but don't let purists tell you what to play as. Play with the bike mode you most enjoy and you get the most fun from, not the one that somebody else is using. Use the one that you enjoy and you feel the bike. The bike turns a bit slower with the beginner handling that you're seeing here that I started the game with, but I find it just feels a bit looser, works well for me. With the intermediate handling, it's a nice balance between the two. It's enjoyable, but it doesn't need the sheer perfection of track knowledge that you would need to really get the maximum out of the realistic model. There's lots to explore in this game. Times of day, the weather, the different tracks. The new tracks this time are a whole step of quality above what we've seen before, which keeps it all in flow with the original circuit in terms of detail. There was quite a detailed drop in the first two games between the Isle of Man circuit and the other circuits, which they sort of added on. They felt a bit rushed in comparison and not as realistic in terms of the environment and the environment scale. All of that's been changed now. The views, the foliage, the detail, the buildings, some really nice feeling of speed through some of these towns and streets. I've been loving this game so far, really enjoying it. For me, it's the best TT game by some margin, and some optimizations and tweaks here and there. Hopefully they can just balance that out and keep everybody happy. But in the main, for a home console release, This is the best TT game on a home console. It is the best TT game on a system that we've ever had, basically, to this point, and I've enjoyed it loads. I just want to play it more, so I'm really pleased with the way the game's come together. The handling's actually changed a fair bit from the preview builds that I've been showing you on my earlier videos, but in a positive way. The bike has a nice weight to it. It has a nice balance, downhill, uphill changes. The bike doesn't wobble too much out of slow corners. All these things that you get sometimes in bike models, trying to get the oscillation just right, and the developers have worked well to add all of those elements and balance it all out. I look forward to hearing some of your comments. What do you think of the game so far? Are you enjoying it? How are you finding the handling model? What handling model works for you? What do you think of the new circuits? There's some very tricky, I would say, Mickey Mouse corners on those old circuits. They take a lot of getting used to. You go around the corners at 1 mile an hour. It's going to be tricky. I'll have videos of the different circuits on the upcoming videos. But now I'm just going to leave you with some gameplay of the PS5 version, and I'll be back with more content in the coming days, as well as videos of the different circuits which you can enjoy as well. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.